Hello and welcome back to my channel again. This is the Lonesome Dungeon Master. Getting together for another adventure, episode 17 for the No Regret Enquête crew from the Brazen Monkey Inn. Last time we got together, we made our way through Erosian's mine, following the carcasses of the fire beetles. We got knocked down a level by an elevator, and we got down to a second level, and we realized at some point that the trap itself, the trick trap, the elevator, is stuck at the second level for 30 turns, which is a long time. So we made our way through the second level, found a pit. Mumala deftly avoided it, and I came down here into this room, which included 1,000 copper pieces and 250 gold pieces. But there were piercers. There were 3 piercers on the roof, and they fell down at us, trying to impale us. Thankfully, they missed. Although we couldn't hurt them because they were so. Their armor or their plating is so thick that we couldn't really dispatch them. So they crawled back up the walls out of our reach. And then we went on down the hallway here. And we found a door here and an offering bowl here. And we know that as we went through this area, we saw sort of paintings along these walls, these long corridors that had to do with Moloch. So we knew that they were associated with the dungeons of Tarush a few miles to the south and west, and that this Shvem Empire branched farther than we were aware. So with all the religious iconography on the walls that we don't understand quite yet, there were vines and flowers and sort of a mauve or violet or even light pink color because they've been faded over the years. We need to find out information, go back and talk to Omer and find out information about this particular area. However, we come along here and there's an offering bowl that would suggest that it has more to do with that religious bent of this part of the dungeon. And I'm reminded of something. A friend of this channel, Jason Jacobson. He has a YouTube channel as well. He has an AD&D solo campaign too in the World of Greyhawk. It's got some wonderful stuff. I imagine a lot of the people that found me came through him. But if you haven't, you should check his stuff out. It's really good. But one of the things that I've sort of taken away by watching some of his videos is he's not beholden to just running, the Dungeons and Dragons first edition stuff. As another YouTuber that I remember seeing probably decades ago, he would say he would beg, borrow, and steal wherever he could to make his campaign work. And as we've seen here before, I do use the Adventures Dark and Deep stuff that Joseph Block has put out, but more to the point, more to this offering bowl, this door here to the north is locked and we can't figure our way out and through it. I know. So I know what the answer is, but our friends don't, or our heroes, adventurers don't. And they'll have to go back and research it and find an answer. And that was sort of the staple of old school Dungeons and Dragons games, that sometimes you would show up and you would get to a place that blocked you and you couldn't go any further until you figured it out. However, you'd have to go somewhere else, find out more information, come back, maybe solve the puzzle. In this case, my crew are not worldly or intelligent enough to know what this sort of offering bowl means and how they can get through the door here by using the offering bowl. But they don't know that you need to use the offering bowl. The door is just locked. But I'm reminded of James Reggie IV. He's an RPG designer who lives in who lives in Helsinki, I believe. And he came out with an RPG in 2010 called Lamentations of the Flame Princess. I remember buying that early on. It's got some really weird vibes to it. It's a dark sort of setting. Not very Tolkien-esque, not a lot of demi-humans, but it does have dark magic and weird kind of creatures that go in sort of with the sword and sorcery mindset. But it is set at a more advanced technological age with muskets and stuff. It's a great read, but what I'm more concerned with today is from James Raggi and his Lamentations of the Flame Princess. A game is an adventure called Death, Frost, Doom. And now, if people know this, they'll know how to figure out this trap and what they need to do. And so I have figured out that's what this trap, how to get around this trick or trap, is to have to do what the PCs have to do in Death, Frost, Doom. It's a great adventure, really creepy, dark vibe, an old cabin, and they find out the mountains falling apart, and then there's all these tricks and dark traps in it. But this is the offering bowl is, I'm taking that trick or trap from Death, Frost, Doom. I won't give it away now, but when they go back and they ask about it, they'll discover what's needed to get past here. So as we stand right now, we can't go any further. There's this iron door here, or a thick wooden door with iron bolts and things in it. So we're stopped from going through here. But we can go back this way, avoiding the piercers, and check out like these doors here where they go. Maybe there's more to this level of dungeon that we've seen so far. Knowing full well that we have 30 turns before we can use this elevator again. We've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. Now, I think I was doing it wrong. For some reason, I had an addled brain and I started counting off the rounds as turns, but we've gone through 1, 2, 3 turns because this was before we hit the trap. So we have 27 more turns to go. However, our lantern only lasts 24 turns. So we will have 3 turns. Well, we'll have 4 turns because the lantern's been on since here. Lantern's been on 4 turns. So we have 20 turns with the lantern, 27 turns before this goes up again. So we'll have to get out our torches at some point, because if we use the next flask of oil, that's our last flask of oil, and we can't use it as sort of flaming oil on enemies. The war can't do that. So we'll keep an eye on this lantern. We do have, like I said, 20 turns left before it runs out. And then we'll have to take the torches out and start doing the torches. That's where we stand right now. Excited to get going again. We're going to make our way back here. Being careful not to agitate the piercers, and we can avoid them. We know where they are. There's only so many stalactites, so we walk around them and avoid them. So turn here, open the door here, turn around here, open the door here, around in here. So we're back in this room again. Remember we did a random encounter check here, and there wasn't one. But we have 1, 2, 3. Every 6 turns we have to take a rest, and we have to check for random encounters. So this was a small room. We backed off in it because we're like, it's not that big. It's a 10 by 20 foot room. More like a closet. This has the pit trap in it, so it's like, how important is this room? Or is there a way that somehow this gets back to this area here? And I think Jizna was going to lean towards, so we can go this way, we can go that way, we can go that way. We can try that way. I think we're in here, and we're going to take I want to say 1 in 3 chance that we're going to go north towards this door here. And then, sorry, 2 in 3 chance. And then a 1 in 3 chance that we'll go east through here. So we'll roll us a trusty D6. 1, 2, 3, 4 is north, and 5, 6 is east. So we're going to go north through this door. So look around in that room, making sure there's no weird traps or holes. This is going to take a couple of rounds to do that. We're going to decide whether we're going to open that door or not. Mimala's going to have to make his roll. See if he opens the door. I've already come through the trap area earlier. So I imagine that there is no trap here because nobody could get anywhere if that was the case. So Mumala has a 16 strength. And sometimes you take some time off and you don't come back for a bit, and then we have to figure out what some of these numbers mean. I used to play stuff a lot, but when you don't play it for a while, it seems to be you're only doing it occasionally. You do have to check these tables again. And so we got our strength table. Open doors at 16. So 1 to 3. So I got a 50% chance to open the door. So Mamala is going to try and open this door here, going north. We want to figure out what's on the other side of the door. Do we want to figure out as Dungeon Master? Okay. Oh, no. Time to say. Okay, doors. Beyond the door. And come back to this old one. This old chestnut of a die. Beyond the door. 4. Parallel passage or 10 by 10 room if door is straight ahead. Not straight ahead. So parallel passage extends 30 feet in both directions. Well, that can't happen. Although we could go that way, both directions. That's what I'm going to do here. 30 feet here. And 30 feet here. So like this weird L-shaped corridor. Which is interesting then. So this somehow probably goes this way. I don't know if it checks up that way. So it is here. So I'm going to check. We don't need to check on if there's a room because there's no room or random monsters on the other side of it. Okay. So Mumala is going to try and kick the door open. 1 to 3 on this. 6. Boom. Doesn't do it. Makes a loud sound. That's a round. He's gonna try it again. Boom. Doesn't do it. Sometimes, rolling high on die doesn't work for you. Okay. So we're stuck in this room. All right, third time's the charm. But if you're making too much noise, I'm going to suggest that they have to roll a random encounter check. And it'll be a 1 and 6. No random monster. We got lucky there. Farouk kind of rolls his eyes and puts his hand on Mumala's shoulder, and because Mumala is like, he's not happy that he couldn't kick it down. He's getting frustrated. He wants to bang something, destroy something. And if you remember, our friends, we're at full health, except for Mumala, who's down to 8 instead of 9. Erosian's not with us. Just remember that. Okay, so we kicked open the door. Goes 30 by 30. I think our original intent was to go this way. So we're gonna go up here and we'll check again. 3. Door. See table 2. A door, okay. The door results left, right, or ahead. 20 is ahead, so the door. This is interesting. It's getting to be, well, I think it's getting to be very maze-like in here. Lots of doors, lots of corridors. There's a door here. So this doesn't connect at all. This is separate, maybe. So this is interesting. This could be, so we see a door here. So another, I'm gonna say we did a random encounter here for all the noise we made, but another door. Let's check beyond the door. 16. Room. Table 5. Well, this is where it takes up a lot of time in the game, is that when we roll rooms, and then we have to roll the room. Chambers, rooms, shape. Roll room shape and 4 square, 20 by 20. I'm gonna go this way, and then we've hit our maximum up here. So if there are exits here, they have to be either this way or this way. They can't be north. 20 by 20. Okay. Number of exits. This is always interesting. I find it kind of problematic. So 20 by 20 is 400, up to 600. 19. Any size. 1. Door in a chamber, passage in a room. Okay. Passage. It's a side passage. That's the exit. A side passage. Let's find out where the exit location is. 12 left wall. So it's here. Okay. We still have We still have room. We're up tight against this area, but passage on the left wall. The chamber or room contents. We haven't opened the door yet. 18. Special. Okay. I'm going to roll the special. If it goes up one level, then we're back on the main level. And then we're up here. I guess this is... Then I guess we'll put the stairs here. If it goes up on one level. Otherwise, it won't be a special. We'll figure out something else. So we have... 1 to 5 on a d20. Nope. 18 would have been down 3 levels. Well, actually, I'm going to do it. So stairways down. But we are not going down 3 levels. There's nothing else in here. And then we're going to go down that left passage. Periodic check. We'll do 30 feet here. Everybody remember where we parked? Or where the door is. Anyway, we're looking, we're gonna take a turn here to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we rested here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got to rest for a turn, and then we have to take and then we have to do a random encounter. So there are sort of openings here. I'll say 1 in 10 chance that that's a 9. No random encounter. No random encounter. That was our rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, Sawara's getting a little antsy with all the doors. I think Mumala is too, but he's enjoying. At least he gets to kick them open. And Jizna says, well, there's no... it's not smart to go down 3 flights of stairs. So as long as there's another exit, we will not go down the 3 flights of stairs, because Istis is not telling us that we must go down the stairs. It is not. We're not ready for it. This is not where we meet our destiny. So after this passage goes on for 30 feet, we'll do another periodic check. Let's check with the orange D20 this time. 16. Chamber. See, chamber 5. So there's a chamber here. The interesting thing about this is I can't do anything that's more than 30 feet wide. Chamber size and shape, 10. Rectangle, 20 by 30. There you go. I have 20 down and then 30 like so. We are slowly making our way back to sort of where we need to be, as long as we can make our way through there. And I think we've got some dungeon dressing to account for. And we gotta find out the exits of the chamber first. Chamber exit. Number of exits. It's 600. Up to 600. 19. Any size. 1. Door in a chamber. Passage in a room. So there's a door in the chamber. It has to be here or here. 1 to 3 up here, 4 to 6 down here. One door here. This is like this is the delve of the doors, because there's doors everywhere here. Okay, I want to do some dungeon dressing and then we'll figure out what's in the chamber. It's really creepy. Maybe there's some like odors in here too. Okay, so we're gonna do religious furnishing, and then miscellaneous. So we'll do and or clothing and footwear. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mixing it up a bit. 6. So miscellaneous utensils and personal items. I think we got away from the green and red 100s before. 10s, 1s. 25. Decanter. Interesting. Decanter. Okay. Let's go with I forget where the odors and stuff are. Food and drink. Plant. Interesting. I'll just quickly look at this. One more shot at this and then we'll dungeon dressing. 217 to 220. Oh, we're already in this. Oh, right here. Finest eye, dungeon dressing, air currents, and odors. So we'll go with the odors here. We found it, right? 38. Dank, moldy smell. This seems to be, you know, that's the smell and the odors are the same. I feel like we're getting we're probably getting sick or mold or something like that. Okay, let's go room contents. 17. Room contents, monster and treasure. See table VG below. With monster, take 2 rolls on the without monster table and add 10% each. Oh my goodness. 46. Add 10%, so 56. This is 750 electrum pieces. I'll write that down. 750 EP. And then another roll. 49, 59. Another 750 EP. So a total of 1,500 electrum pieces. I mean, they're not platinum pieces. It's like 5 pure gold, something like that. Anyways, we'll figure that out because there is a monster in here as well. And we're on the 2nd level of the dungeon. Okay. 2nd level of the dungeon. 16. A 2nd level. 2nd level. Uh-oh. It's a 2nd level creature. Might need to, as I've said before, you know, discretion is the better part of valor. Monster encounters. Dungeon. Oh, this is outdoors. It's funny, I haven't been to the random monster encounters. Huh. Encounters. Monsters, random encounters. 174 to 194. That's the first level. Second, it's right here. Random monsters, level 2. $43. Wouldn't you know it? 1 to 4 piercers. 1 to 4 piercers. Four piercers. %95 chance to surprise. And there's one for every character. So I'm gonna give us a 10% bonus. Or 15% bonus, 80% chance because they already got surprised by piercers in the other rooms. We might as well have our eyes up. Okay, Mumala. Surprised. I guess we are surprised. That's the thing. Nobody gets a shield bonus. Nobody has Okay, Mumala. 12. First level. 1 hit die piercer. This is 20. So that's gonna an 8, which is not a hit. Is it? Mumala. Armor class. 8. There's a hit. Mumala got hit for whoops 2 points of damage. He is upset again. He's flying into a rage. So Mumala is down to 6. Zawar is pretty upset that he didn't do his 2. It misses Zawar. It comes out, boom, hits him by the feet, and he's like, ah! He's holding the lantern, and it shakes a bit, and sort of like the lighting wavers and shadows on the wall start to dance because he just got out of the way of the piercer. Farouk, miss. Poof. And the piercers are a little shaken off by the missing. And then Jizna, 12 would be 8. And Jizna's armor class is 7. I think that's a miss. Let me double check here. I think it's a miss. One. Roll to 12. It's an armor class of 8. That's a miss. That missed Jizna. She's an armor class of 7. Boom! So they come down, like one hits Mumala in like the shoulder and he cries out and or grunts out in pain, and the other one, poof, poof, poof. All 3 of them, the other ones miss, and we get lucky again. Let's roll for initiative. They do have to crawl up. They have to crawl up the walls again. I'm gonna say it's gonna take them 3 turns to get up. We win initiative. Mumala takes a swing. Armor class 3, 16. first level fighter. 16. It's an armor class 4. Can't do it. Misses. He's so upset. The blood's trickling down his arm, and like he sort of wavers with his tulwar because it's the hand or the arm that swings it. Mumala, or Farouk, 16. Also a miss. Jizna, miss. Zawar, he's got a dagger. Miss. They all miss. So, and then, you know, the, oh, I might as well roll hit die for these things. 1. Oh, that one might be an easy kill. 6. 8. Oh no. 6. So there's like a baby one. Looks like that's the one that hit them. So they move along, and we're gonna roll for initiative again. We're gonna have 3 more attempts at it. So they move along. Up, they inch along. Mumala, miss. Farouk, miss. Jizna, miss. Zawar, miss. Okay, they move along. Let's roll initiative again. I guess I should count the rounds. So, 1, no surprise. 2, we missed. 3, we missed. Okay, now so they won again. Oh. Mumala misses. Farouk misses. Jizna misses. Zawar misses. We are terrible at this. Okay, this is going to be the last round that they're in range. And we get a simultaneous, which we did last time. Okay. Bring out the big guns. Mumala. Miss. Farouk. Boom! Farouk hits. 4. Okay. I'm gonna take out the baby. Alright, we killed one. I'm not very happy about that. Jizna. Miss. Come on, Zawar, get me a 20. No, miss. Okay. So their turn, and then they go. One of them dies. We killed one. Yeah. That's fantastic. So they're up in the rafters again, just kind of biding their time. We know they're there. They know we see them. But we did kill one. Okay, piercers. There were 4 piercers. So there's been a total of 6 piercers. Hit dice 1. Hit points 1, 4, 8, 6. Something like that. And we just killed the 1. Armor class 3, move 1, attacks. Pierce? Why are they trying to eat you? But they pierce you, and the damage is 1 to 6. And they do have a special attack, which is like 95% surprise, so that's a special. Maybe that'll change. And then the number piercers. So the treasure, we got 1500 EP. We also got 250 GP. Figure out how this is going to affect us. I don't know if we can take the 1500 EP. 250 gold pieces is 25 pounds. 150 electrum pieces. 150 pounds. That's a lot. I don't think we can take the 150 electrum pieces. We can take some of them. Let's just pick this up here. Lamala has, he's carrying 887 right now. And he can carry 1050. I can't carry 1500. Are these, yeah. Nobody can carry 1500. Chisna can carry 140 more. Zawar can carry 108 more. Farouk can carry 135 more. So I don't think we can take this. We can take the 250. That's 25 gold pieces. That's fine. That's, yeah. And then I think we can take 250 EP. So there will be 1250 left behind. So there's 1250 EP left behind, and then 1,000 copper pieces somewhere else. So there'll be a total of 500, a total of 50 pounds. We can carry that. I'll disperse it a little bit later. Okay. So we're picking it up. That's a turn. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 23 more turns to go. Okay. We kick the door open. Going west. Success. What's it? Huh? What's on the other side of the door? We're not up. We're not up. Oh, it's a door. What's on the other side? Beyond the door. 10. Beyond the door. That doesn't fit. 15 room. Go to table 5. Realize that we only have a certain amount of room for a room. Room, square, 20 by 20. Okay, exits from the room. It's only 400. 19, any size. One door and one chamber, or one passage. So we're getting another passage. I'm gonna put it down here. We're gonna mix this up. Actually, This has to be like blocked off somehow because this is an offering area. So maybe a bank and some treasure in here. This could be like a tomb area, like here, of like the bankers or something like that. So we'll do the chamber here. We'll see what's inside the room. 11, monster only. Huh. We are really kicking ourselves in the foot. $86. Giant toad. Well, it's wet here. I'm gonna cap it because we've been, you know, worn down with the piercers and stuff. I think they say there's one giant toad. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a giant toad in this room, and then there's a passageway here. What? Random, no treasure. Okay, giant toad. Our friends are getting somewhat weary in the dungeons, going through doors and passages and whatnot. But let's take a look at what the toad is. There's no small people, so that's good. He's not going to be able to swallow anybody. The giant toad. Things are getting... Giant toad. There's a 1. Armor class 6. Hit dice 2 plus 4. So I think we should... So it's been about 52 minutes. I'm going to leave it... We're going to leave this as another cliffhanger. I was hoping we would get out of here today, but you know what? There's monies to be had, but let's see. Let's see if anybody's surprised. Nobody's surprised. That's good. So I'll have to remember that nobody's surprised. And then I'll roll the toad's hit dice, which could be a lot. 3, 8, 11 plus 4 is 15 hit points. I'll write this down here. 1 giant toad. Hit dice. 2 plus 4. Hit points. 15. Armor class 6. Movement 6. Plus 6. He can hop 6. That's it. That's pretty, you know, agile, or he can move pretty well. And then damage per attack is 2 to 8. 1 attack. Bite. I think it's a bite, right? Giant toads. I think it's a bite. 2 to 8. That could kill just about anybody. He's got animal intelligence, so like I'm pretty sure his morale is not that great. Let's just read the giant toads section, and then I'll leave us for the evening. Giant toads are found in most regions. Although their smaller cousins are beneficial insect eaters, the large toads are prone to devour any creature which appears edible. All toads are capable of hopping their movement distance. This hop clears objects up to 1/3 the linear distance in height, and it requires but a single melee round to accomplish. And they can attack mid-air at the end of their leap. They can attack mid-air or at the end of the leap. Wow. So he can sort of jump past this, and as he jumps past, he can bite. Who looks to be the most edible? Right. So the size is medium. He's neutral, and he's animal intelligence, which means he can be scared, probably with fire. But we're going to leave it at that. That's the giant toad section. We've gone through, again, we've got some, we actually killed a pewter today. We actually killed something. We still have a ways to go to survive in here. We may just go back and hang out, but then you got to get random encounter rolls while you're down here, I think. We got 250 gold pieces. That was last time we got 250. Today we found 1,500 electrum pieces, but I think we can only really carry 250 electrum pieces because that's going to put us up to 50 pounds, 50 more pounds. Our light is running out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 turns, which means we have 17 rounds remaining of that, and we have 23 rounds before the elevator is usable again. And I did roll. I was sort of excited about rolling. Maybe this stairway would lead us back up to this first level, but I'm going to take this to be the down 3 levels because that's a strange mystery. And do we take that risk to go down to level 3, or do we just we just leave it? We never do it. So we have a toad in here. We have a passage going this way, and that's where we're going to open up next week. Nobody's surprised. Sorry, next session. Nobody's surprised. And so we'll roll initiative. He has 15 hit points. We have Mumala has been hit recently. Mumala is down to 6 hit points. Jizna's at her full 8. Zora's at his full 5. And Farouk's at his full 10. But 2 to 8 points of damage could fell any one of us except for Farouk. Anyways, thank you for joining me in this session and delving deeper into the Pewter Hills again. Maybe we're biting off more than we can chew as these inexperienced adventurers. As always, appreciate if you like this video, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, since we're growing with our subscriber base, feel free to subscribe to the channel and get notified and find out all about the further adventures in the No Regret and Ket cruise adventures. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.